All right, hi, I'm Greg,
I'm Courtney.
and we are A Roaming Life.
We are getting ready to go full-time in living in an RV, and we wanted to do our first video before we actually got the rig to talk a little bit about how we came to this decision, which is kind of a big one. We have been living in the Phoenix area for a couple of years and had decided that we were going to start looking for a house to live the American dream. So we were going to buy a house with some land and kind of do some sustainable farming, and had started looking for lots. Interest rates are pretty good and everything, and then I watched a TED Talk that kind of changed everything. The TED Talk is by Adam Baker, and it's called Sell Your Crap, Pay Your Debt, and Do What You Love. And the premise of the TED Talk is to figure out what freedom looks like for you, or at least answer that question. And then you can start working towards that goal. So one of the things that was really overwhelming for us, because we are debt-free at this time, was the idea of purchasing a house.
Right, yeah, the idea of having a mortgage, more debt, did not sound like freedom to either of us.
Yeah. So that was really overwhelming for us, and so at the same time I'm watching a video, or excuse me, not a video, I was reading some forums on Reddit. One specifically is about financial independence and early retirement, and people talk about what their lives look like when they no longer have to work 40 to 50 hours a week. And one of those is, spending time with family, traveling, hobbies, volunteering, etc. And we're not in a position where we can retire right now, but the idea started forming as to what we would actually do if we had more freedom. And I came to Greg and asked him, hey, would you like to give up our wonderful 1,800 square foot house that we rent and live with me in an RV that's about 300 to 400 square feet?
Strangely enough, I said, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, he didn't really even hesitate, which is one of the things I love about him. So that was about 6 months ago. And so we have since then been doing a lot of research. We are very fortunate enough that we work from home. So this is the whole reason why this is even a possibility for us. Internet was invaluable, and so we'll do a whole little video on the groups that we worked with and research that we did. But for us, it was important that we had separate living working spaces. I take my hat off for people that can share their living and their working space, but I'm not one of them, and neither is Greg. And so we want a dedicated workspace, and the only way that we could see doing that was with a toy hauler. Right. So we fell in love with a Damon Outlaw. We saw a video, RV Outlaws. They have a Damon. It's a gorgeous coach. But one of the things that was important was to watch the level of debt that we went into, and buying a $120,000 coach wasn't part of that deal. So we set a budget. It was $50,000 to $60,000 was the budget for our coach, and that meant pre-owned, which was fine for us. And the problem that happened was Damon Outlaws are for sale, pre-owned, but they are out of state for Arizona, and so it made the transaction more complicated. While all this was going on, we had been in touch with our sales guy at Camping World and had let him know that we were still looking for something, and he had a Mountaineer,
2014 Mountaineer.
Mm-hmm. That he thought was a good fit for us. So we went down there. Unfortunately, while we absolutely loved the coach and it would have done everything that we were looking for,
way outside of our budget.
Yeah, it was about $15,000 more than we wanted to spend. But they had also taken in a 2008 Chevy 1-ton diesel with only 40,000 miles on it. And so that was very appealing for us, but we wanted a coach, and they of course wanted to sell it only with a coach. So we told them to call us back if they found something, but we were definitely interested in that and the truck. And so, or the truck and a trailer if they could find one. And so we got a call 2 days later that said, the sales guy had said that they had just taken a vehicle in trade. It wasn't even clean or anything yet, but he wanted us to come down right away. So we went down and fell in love almost immediately with his coach.
So it's one of those, you walk in, you know it's the one kind of situations.
And I think we knew it was the one because we had spent so many months researching and going into 100+ different coaches. That's really the only way that you'll know when you find the right coach, is when you've seen really what's out there, how you can live with it, how you can work in it. And so once you kind of have that knowledge and experience, you can walk into something and say immediately yes or no. I mean, we got to the point where we would just peek into a coach and just...
We could look in a coach and say, nope, next, this is not going to work.
So we made an offer. We got to verify some weights for the truck and trailer and everything on Wednesday. Today is Saturday. So next Wednesday, right before Thanksgiving, we're going to go get it weighed. And then on Saturday, we will actually finish the transaction.
If all goes well, we will be bringing our home.
So we wanted to start this channel to inspire, contribute to people that are considering going full-time. We are not wealthy, we are middle class, and so we don't have children. But we wanted to share our lives and see how we could contribute to maybe other people figuring out what their version of freedom might look like.
Yeah, you don't have to retire to live in an RV. Others have proved it, and we are, like Courtney says, not rich, but we're able to do this, so we'd like to share how we learned that we can do it.
And live, and the mistakes that we make, and the things that we experience. And so we figured that we would start this, introduce ourselves. We will have you along for the ride, so to speak, with new videos on the day that we get the coach, the walkthrough the first time, when we actually
My first black tank experience.
Yes, that's going to be special just for my parents. They want to see that. And so we want to bring you along for the ride. So please subscribe, please comment. We would love to hear from you. If there's specific things that you have questions on, would like to see, we are more than happy to answer that. We're pretty much an open book. We'll be doing some videos on products that we like, just because that's helpful. And I know Greg's he's techie, so he'll be doing those for you. We will be, one of the main questions I had was, what does this cost? And finances is a personal interest of mine. So we will be doing very detailed budgets and videos talking about what we spend, all the way down to the pennies, on different things, and what it costs to do this full time, being middle class.
Yeah, so we'll be posting blog entries at our website at roaminglife.com, videos here on our YouTube channel.
So we hope to see you out on the road and hear from you. And
well, see ya.
See ya.
Bye.